Look, if you walk down the firing line at any range in America this weekend, you are going to see a sea of black anodized aluminum. Every shooter and their cousin is running an AR-15, and I get it. I really do. It is America's rifle. We have spent decades polishing that platform until it runs like a Swiss watch. But sometimes, you just get bored of the same old buffer tube pinging in your ear. Maybe you want a piston system that runs cleaner. Or maybe you just want to show up with something that turns heads. I have been putting some serious rounds downrange with contenders that are ready to dethrone the king. So let's rack the slide and see what else is out there. IWI US Carmel. First up, we have got some hardware coming out of the desert. The IWI US Carmel. This thing was bred for survival in the Middle East, so you know it handles grit. They did not go with the direct impingement system here. This is running a short-stroke gas piston, meaning all that carbon and fouling stays out of your action. It shoots cooler and cleaner than your standard M4 clone, chambered in 5.56 NATO. It is built like a tank using a mix of steel and high-impact polymer. Now, if you are a southpaw, listen up. This rifle was made for you. Every single control is mirrored perfectly on both sides. Safety, mag release, bolt catch. It is all truly ambidextrous. You can even flip the charging handle to the other side without needing a single tool. If you plan on running a can, the gas regulator is a two-position system, so you can tune it for suppressed fire in a heartbeat. You have got a 16-inch chrome-lined barrel that is cold hammer-forged, so it is going to eat thousands of rounds without sweating. The handguard is ready for your furniture with M-lock at the 3, 6, and 9 o'clock positions. It folds up to under 27 inches, making it a great truck gun. MSRP is around $17.99, which is a solid price for a piston gun with this kind of pedigree. Robinson Armament XCR-L. Now, if you are the kind of guy who likes to tinker, take a look at the Robinson Armament XCR-L. This platform feels like a mad scientist took the best DNA from the AK-47, the AR-15, and the FNFL, and spliced them into one rifle. The magic here is the adjustable gas block. You have 5 settings to dial in that ejection pattern. It does not matter if you are running hot defensive loads or cheap steel case ammo. You can make this gun run flat. Ergonomically, it feels familiar because it takes standard AR mags. But the upper receiver is monolithic. That rail is one solid piece of metal, so your optics hold zero like they are welded on. The real selling point is the modularity. You can swap calibers in your garage, go from 5.56 to 300 blackout, or even 6.8 SPC or the Russian 7.62 by 39. Just swap the barrel, bolt, and magazine, and you are back in the fight. It comes in around $2,200, but you are basically buying 3 guns in one. Springfield Armory Hellion. Let's get weird for a second. The Springfield Hellion looks like it fell out of a spaceship, but it is actually the civilian version of the Croatian military's VHS-2. This is a bullpup, so the action is shoved way back behind the trigger. That gives you a full 16-inch barrel for maximum velocity, but the whole package is barely over 28 inches long. Springfield was smart. They adapted the magwell to take standard Stanag magazines, so you do not need to buy proprietary plastic. It runs on a short-stroke piston with a 2-position regulator for suppressed shooting. The ejection port is fully ambidextrous, which is something you almost never see on bullpups. The charging handle is a bit different. It is spring-loaded and swivels. It takes some reps to get used to. But it works. You get integrated flip-up iron sights that are built right into the top rail. The trigger is a bit mushy, which is typical for bullpups, but for a defensive carbine inside a vehicle or a hallway, this thing is a compact powerhouse. IWI Tavor X95. Speaking of bullpups, we cannot ignore the heavyweight champ, the IWI Tavor X95. This is the evolution of the original SR, and they fixed the one thing everyone complained about, the trigger. It breaks clean at around 5 or 6 pounds now, which is miles ahead of the old model. It is chambered in 5.56 NATO, and coming in at just over 26 inches long. This is the ultimate CQB tool. The ergonomics are superior to almost any other bullpup on the market. The mag release is right where your AR trigger finger expects it to be. It uses a long-stroke gas piston, essentially the AK system upside down, so reliability is absolute. It is a little chunky at 7.9 pounds, but because the weight is tucked into your shoulder. You can keep this thing on target one-handed all day long. Bren 3 CZ has been absolutely killing it lately, and the Bren 3 is their latest masterpiece. This rifle is currently serving with the Czech military, so it has been battle-tested in the real world. The big update here is the handguard. It is a rigid aluminum alloy with tons of M-LOK space for your lights and lasers. The controls are snappy, with a 45-degree throw on the safety selector that feels very modern. The biggest quality of life improvement is the non-reciprocating charging handle. On the old Bren, that handle flew back and forth like a buzzsaw. Now, it stays put until you rack it. You can get barrel lengths from a 7-inch PDW setup, all the way to a 16-inch carbine, and yes, they offer it in 300 AAC blackout if you want to run it quiet. It is built to NATO standards, so mud, sand, and snow are not going to stop this machine. Palmetto State Armory Jakl 2.0. Palmetto State Armory is proving that they listen to the consumer. The Jakl 2.0 is their answer to the expensive piston gun market. They took the bomb-proof reliability of the AK long-stroke piston and mashed it up with AR modularity. The new version rocks the AXR folding stock, since there is no buffer tube sticking out the back. You can fire this weapon with the stock completely folded. That is a huge plus for transport or firing from a vehicle. They slimmed down the profile from the first generation, so it handles much faster. The charging handle is on the left, non-reciprocating, and feels like something off a high-end European rifle. They also made the barrel assembly user-serviceable. You can swap calibers or lengths without needing a gunsmithing degree. Available in 5.56 NATO or 300 blackout. This is one of the most accessible ways to get into the piston game without breaking the bank. Ruger Mini 14. Let's dial it back to the old school. The Ruger Mini 14. This rifle has been around for half a century, and it is still fighting, ideally. This is a shrunken M14 or M1 Garand. It does not scream tactical, which makes it the perfect gray man rifle for states with heavy restrictions. Ruger has seriously stepped up their quality control recently. The new barrels are heavier and tapered, fixing that stringing accuracy issue the old ones had when they got hot. The gas system is tighter, and while you do get a rail for optics, the iron sights are tough as nails. The big news is that you can now get this classic wood and steel beauty in 300 AAC blackout, bringing modern ballistics to a vintage platform. Just remember, you need to use Ruger's proprietary magazines, but for a reliable ranch rifle that won't scare the neighbors, it is hard to beat. Primary Weapons Systems UXR PWS is famous for their piston ARs, but the UXR is a complete departure from the norm. They call it the User Exchange Rifle. The concept is total modularity. You can switch calibers by swapping just 3 parts: the barrel, the bolt head, and the magwell. The lower receiver remains the serialized part, so your trigger pull, grip, and optic setup stay exactly the same, no matter what round you are throwing. It features a 3-position adjustable gas system, allowing you to tune the gun perfectly. Right out of the gate, they are supporting 5.56 NATO, 300 blackout, and the heavy-hitting 308 Winchester. The manual of arms is very AR-like, so there is zero learning curve. If you want one gun that can handle CQB and big game hunting with a quick swap, this is the future. Palmetto State Armory VUK. Finally, we have the PSA VUK. This is what happens when you let American engineers loose on the AK platform. PSA showed a prototype a while back, and the internet had a lot to say. To their credit, they listened. They went with a standard 4.5mm trunnion, which opens up the world of standard AK folding stocks. They updated the grip to an AK-19 style, which is more vertical and comfortable for modern shooting stances. Here is the kicker. The trigger group is compatible with AR-15 fire control groups. That is massive, because the AR trigger aftermarket is endless. They also redesigned the mag release to be a push-forward paddle, making reloads lightning fast. The charging handle is classic AK, attached to the bolt carrier, but they engineered a bolt hold-open feature. It is a hybrid beast that keeps the soul of the Kalashnikov, but gives American shooters the modern features we demand. Alright, that is the lowdown on the hardware challenging the AR-15's throne. I want to hear from you guys. Which one of these platforms would you trust your life to when things go bump in the night? Drop a comment down below and let's argue about it. If you got some value out of this video, do me a favor, smash that like button, and subscribe to the channel so you do not miss our next range review. Stay safe, check your six, and keep training.